All right. Well, I've got top of the hour now for our beginner comeback yoga series. Um, we are going to get started with our final class today, class number 4 of our beginner yoga series here on the Comeback Yoga channel. My name is Tonya, if we haven't met yet. I am here to guide you for this final class today. And if you're not familiar with Comeback Yoga and you're just dropping into this final class here, Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit organization based out of Denver, Colorado. We serve veterans, active duty military, and your support team. And it has been a fun journey to be doing this beginner series with you. I hope that you've gotten something out of it. And today we are going to be putting everything together. So, everything that we've done over the last 3 weeks, culminating today in this one final beginner's class. We will be doing our class for about 35 to 40 minutes. So, allow yourself that time today. If you have yoga blocks, um, you may have gotten them by now. They're not necessary, but they can be very helpful, especially as a beginner, to just make the poses better for the practice. They're like tools that we use, just like a carpenter would use a hammer. Uh, you can't really to hammer a nail without a hammer, but we can do yoga without blocks. It's just they can really help us get that nail in better than if we were just to use our hand. So, anyways, not necessary, but can be very helpful. Um, so, unless you have any questions, want to type something in the chat, we're going to go ahead and get our session started today. So, we're first going to start out with our breathing exercise that is called the victorious breath. And I'm not going to go too much into instruction today. Just kind of follow along. Hopefully, you're familiar with some of the stuff. I'm not going to be going fast. This is just going to be moving a little bit quicker than our other sessions. Okay. So get comfortable, and we're going to start with that victorious breath. So we can start by placing the hand in front of the mouth, breathing in through the nose, and then out through the mouth, fogging the hand with some moisture. So when you fog your hand, little opening in the throat, spaciousness in the mouth. Now we'll try that with our mouth closed. Inhale through the nose, out through the nose with that spaciousness. Don't worry if it's not working for you today. Let's do 3 more rounds. Inhaling through the nose, feeling yourself bigger and bigger and bigger with that inhale, and then exhale out nice and slow. 2 more times. Inhaling deeply and exhaling out. One last time. Inhaling and exhaling. All right. And we'll go ahead and begin some movement now. So, coming to a tabletop position, and you can use those blocks if you like. We won't be here for long. Hands are under the shoulders for some movement through your spine, just rounding the back, maybe even moving the hips towards the heels, and then coming forward through the chest. Moving back towards the heels, and one more time, coming forward. Now we're going to lift the hips up for downward dog and walking those heels one at a time, sort of like you're walking a dog, pedaling it out 1 foot at a time. Okay, we'll come back down onto the knees and bring one leg forward. Here's where it's helpful to have blocks. Gonna bring that leg forward so that your hip is over your knee here. We're gonna look up and then fold over your leg. And let's do 2 more times. Lifting up Again, you can do this without blocks, hands to the floor. One more time. And then bending that front leg, hands to the floor next to your foot or hands on the block. Looking up, maybe lift your back knee here if you like, pushing into that front foot. Step back to a plank pose. Bringing the knees down and stepping the other leg forward to straighten out the leg. Lifting up with your torso and then folding over your leg. One more time, lifting up and folding over your leg. Coming forward, maybe lifting your back knee and pushing down into the front foot. Hands to the floor or the blocks, step back to plank. Option to have your knees onto the ground. And let's bring both knees down. If you're using blocks, you can move them off to the side. Come forward and down to your stomach. Shoulders roll back away from the floor, chest lifts for a cobra. And lower down. Two more times. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts. And lower down. Last one. Coming up. And if you wanted to, upward dog, the arms go straight and your legs lift. And coming back down, coming through tabletop or plank. And then hips going back, downward dog. Walk your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold, or at least by those hands anyways. We'll bring the hands up to the shins or below the knees. Push against your legs and lengthen your torso. Tuck your chin. Release your head over your legs. Bend your knees. Arms go out wide. We'll use those arms to lift us up to mountain pose, palms together and hands to the heart. Inhale, press down into your feet as those arms come up towards the ceiling. Maybe look up at your hands if that feels okay on your neck. Bend your knees, arms go out wide, and take it down to the floor or the blocks. Inhale, lift halfway. Push against your legs, strong back. Exhale, forward fold. Feel your core, your abdominal muscles engage. Step one leg back with the heel coming down. Warrior one. Bring yourself up. You can kind of climb up onto your legs. Arms go out and arms up overhead for warrior one. Take your hands down to the ground now and step back foot forward into a fold. Other leg now steps back. It's a shorter stance than a lunge. Remember the wider stance side to side. Push into your front leg. Bring your arms up. Warrior one. You can look forward or up, whatever feels okay on your neck. Use your breath. Bring yourself down, back down to the floor. We'll step back now into our plank pose. Get long. You can have your legs down to the floor, and we'll have those shoulders over the wrists. Take your knees down and come down to your stomach. Cobra pose. Hands are behind the shoulders. Lift your chest. Lower down. Find that breath. Toes under. Lift up. Maybe finding that tabletop or plank with the knees lifted or not. And then back to downward dog. Lifting the hips up. Pushing those fingertips down into the ground so that the hips come up high. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Press against those legs. Fold all the way. Feel the length. Lower your hips. Bring your arms up overhead. And then hands to the heart. All right, let's move on. We'll add a pose in this sequence. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward fold, coming down. Lift halfway and lengthen as you fold down all the way. Now, the leg that's closest to me, you're going to take it back. So if you're facing me, it can be any leg you like, but that foot comes back. Find your warrior one stance. Climb yourself up for stability and arms come up overhead. Now we're going to come into warrior two. So you're going to open your arms, your front foot walks across, and you turn your toes, the back leg out. Warrior two. Sun warrior, flipping your arm and reaching that arm up overhead. Side angle, reach forearm to thigh. Arm coming up next to your ear. Now release that arm and take it down to the ground for a lunge. Step back, plank. Knees or not, come down to your stomach. Now that cobra, the elbows stay bent. Arms can go straight as you lift up for an upward dog. Come down to your stomach. Toes under. Press up either tabletop or plank. And how about we find child's pose between the rounds this time? So the knees go out wide, the toes towards one another. Your forehead can rest on the mat or the back of the hands. And coming back into downward dog. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Lengthen out. Use the strength of the back, shoulders back. Fold over your legs. Feel your core engage. Bend your knees, come all the way up, and hands to the heart. Okay. So we're going to face this direction so that we can step our other leg back and I'll still be facing you and hopefully you'll still be facing me. Inhale, big breath. Feel the length of your body, mountain pose. Exhale, arms out wide. Dive your chest forward, coming down to the ground. Lifting halfway, lengthen out. Exhale, fold over your legs. The leg that's closest to me, step it back. Here's our warrior one. Inhale and rise to your warrior one. Lower the arms and walk your foot across. Warrior two can be a longer stance as those arms come out wide. That's it. Let's take our arm up. Turn your palm towards your head, towards your face, and then reach towards your front leg. Taking that top arm up overhead. Take it down to the floor. Step back, plank. Come down to your stomach. Shoulders back, chest lifts. And come down. Let's find another child's pose here. Knees out wide, toes towards one another. Last breath here. Downward dog.
And walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Come all the way up. And hands to the heart. Okay. Doing some standing poses now. So we'll take our legs out wide for triangle. Turning your leg out, opening your arms out. I'm not actually sure if we did triangle. I don't have it on my notes, but we're doing it now. Okay, so you're going to reach the arm forward, little bend in your knee, and reach. A little more of a bend, and then reach as you straighten out your front leg. Your hand can be on your shin, top arm up overhead. So you're kind of twisting a little bit. So your chest is moving open, your arm moving behind you. Okay, a little bend. Reach the top arm up and lower. Let's do our other side. Turning the leg out. Arms going out. Moving your hips back. So this hip moves back. Reach it long and find triangle. Again, maybe you're here, maybe you're here. You could also um, just, find your ankle, the floor, but there's no need to um, go to the a level of intensity that's causing discomfort. A little growth is good. All right, let's come on up and release. Walk those feet in. All right, let's catch our breath, and then we're moving to our tree pose, some balancing poses now. All right, so you can be near a wall or a chair. You could even have your hand on a chair. And let's take those shoulders back and down. So we start out nice and tall. We'll take one knee out to the side. Heel can be on the ankle, foot on the calf, or maybe your foot above your knee. Hands to the heart or anywhere. You got one hand maybe on the chair. You could also take one arm out. So, see, there's lots of variations that you can create with your body. Lots of different shapes. Wonderful. All right, let's take it down. Okay, we should practice balance every day, right? Okay, second side, whenever you're ready, bringing the foot either above or below the knee. You don't want to have it on the knee because it'll push the knee out and that can locate your knee, and you don't want that. Okay, so choosing any hand position. What's nice is you can do all kinds of things, once you get comfortable. And when you try tree, you'll find that there's different times of day that it's easier for you than not. So don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Okay, and come on down. Great. Okay, we got one more balance pose here. So we're going to come from our eagle first, or sorry, from our chair pose. So our hips are going to come back and down, knees and feet about the same distance apart. This is our chair. Butt is back. The knees are not moving forward in front of the toes like that. We're moving the hips back. We're almost the toes. You could kind of lift your toes up, right? Like that. Okay. So using the big muscles of the legs, take the arms straight out with the palms facing down. So you're using the muscles in the back. Now you're going to turn those palms up. Lift the arms up as you come down low. Now let's bring one leg up and over, and it can just come onto the floor. Those hips are still nice and low. Maybe you wrap. Now we're going to bring same arm under, grabbing opposite shoulders or the backs of the hands. All right. Good job. That's a lot of effort, but it's worth the reward. Okay. Let's do the other side. Still have to find our chair. Chair pose. Sometimes it's called thunderbolt, and you can see it kind of looks like a thunderbolt. Jink, 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 jink. Okay, so feet about hip distance or touching. Lowering the hips, arms coming out. All right, here we go. Turning those arms up, palms up, lifting the other leg up. come down. Use your legs, find the muscles, and then take your arms under, right arm under, or the same arm under, and then back of the hands or the palms together. Option is to try to get that foot off the ground for a split second and then back down. Good. All right. And then let's release and come on down. Okay. Wonderful. Moving on now to the floor, doing some floor stretches. So here we go. Let's get our way, get our way down there, and more of a smooth transition. So inhale, take your arms up, face the short edge of your mat, and fold over your legs, hands to the ground. Step back, downward dog, plank pose, and come down to your stomach. Cobra, lift your chest, maybe upward dog, and come down. Okay, let's take it up and back. Child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Let's take 3 more breaths here, just slowing down the nervous system or really slowing down the breath. I mean, balancing the nervous system, coming from more active to more passive now, more quieting, more calming. And coming on upright. All right, let's go ahead and make our way onto our back. Coming all the way down. Straighten one leg and the other knee comes to your chest. We'll take that knee across their chest now for a twist. Sending the other, you can hold on to your knee with your other hand, and then the arm coming out to the side as you look over your shoulder for the twist. Come on back to center, knee to chest. We'll bend the bottom knee now and send your top leg to the ceiling, holding on to the back of your leg somewhere along the back, maybe grabbing your foot if that is available. Take that ankle on the knee for figure 4, staying there, or draw your legs in towards your chest. And lower down. Let's switch sides. Knee comes into chest, bottom leg can go straight. This is like our reverse pigeon. Sometimes pigeon pose, we did not cover pigeon pose, but sometimes it can be a problem for people's knees. So I don't teach it in a beginner's class because I like to see what's going on with that person's knee. I'll bring the leg across for the twist. So you'll find in many classes, pigeon pose is very common, but I don't always teach it, especially here online, since I can't see you. So you're welcome to do pigeon anytime. And coming back to center, straightening your leg, bending the bottom. And we'll take the feet down and let those knees now fall together. And we're coming to our integration time. We'll be here for about 5 minutes. This is one of the most important times of our yoga class. It's a time though that everybody wants to skedaddle. So this is a time of integration of everything you've done. So this is a time for neutrality where we balance. Now we're coming down into a quieter space, quieter body, quieter mind. So I'm inviting you now to get a little bit more comfortable. Again, we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So, uh, what I'd like to invite you to is to just be as you are. No need to change or adjust anything other than getting a little bit more comfortable, which might mean maybe sitting up or being on your side or being on your stomach, anything that feels safe and secure for you. And we're going to do a brief body scan here. So, just as you drop in, invite in awareness without judgment, without any thinking that there's right or wrong. I just want you to drop in. And as we go through these different body parts, just noticing what it is that arises and what you notice. So, noticing the inside of your mouth, the hinge of your jaw, your tongue, the ears, the sides of your neck, the inside of your throat, the inside of your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and the top of your head, and the back of your head, and the back of your shoulders, the front of your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your hips, the front of your torso, the back of your torso, your legs, your ankles, and your feet. Noticing your whole body, the weight, the natural weight of your body, the space in your body, the lightness of your body. Noticing the space above your body, below your body, and all around. Noticing all that is in this moment, all that is present, all that is available in your awareness, and the sound of my voice. And we'll begin now to integrate back into the room, back into the rest of your day, noticing sounds, bringing those senses alive. touch, taste, and smell. And when you feel ready, if you're ready to integrate back into the rest of your day, go ahead and find that movement. And if you're ready to sit up and close our time together with me, please do so. And we'll finish our session today. So feel free to watch this again and again and again and again. Hopefully, it feels like a complete practice for you. Know that there's other things you could do, right? You can do your pigeon poses, you can do other things that feel good in your body. You can combine this class with some other classes. So just keep replaying this so that you really get a feel for it. You can even slow it down. I think YouTube has an option where you can make it go faster or slower, maybe, if you really want it to be a slower paced, or if you want to increase the pace, then you start to develop your own type of rhythm, and you start to develop your own poses and practice. We call this practice. So it doesn't always have to be guided. Maybe you find at some point you have certain things that you like to do that feel good for you, and the duration of time where you hold a pose or the duration of the whole practice itself becomes more personalized, and you create something that really suits you in your life, in your schedule, and how you like to maybe some things that are challenging for you. Maybe you like to hold the stretches longer. So these are things to keep in mind as you build your own library, per se, of your own practice. So it has truly, truly been an honor to be here with you for these 4 weeks. I can't believe that it's over already. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. So until I see you next time, you can join our other classes that we have on the platform or just watch this one again and again. So take good care of yourself, be well, and share this with any of your friends, family, or comrades. We'd love to have them. Thank you. Thank you again so much. Be very well. Until next time.